The problem is that all the talk of revolution suggests that what we need are more Christians ready to check out and overthrow, when by my estimation, we need more Christians ready to check in and follow through. My generation in particular, he's writing this in his 30s, my generation in particular is prone to radicalism without follow-through. I mean, I just think about stuff I said to my friends in college. We had the most radical ways to change the world, and as Kevin DeYoung said, we were ready to change the world, but not one of us had ever changed a diaper. We were ready to stop sex trafficking all across the globe, but we weren't willing to do the dishes at home. Welcome to my generation. We've got big dreams and very little follow-through. We've got big ideas, but we don't actually want to enact them. I'm speaking to myself. This is my problem, and I think this is a problem for a lot of us who are under 40, maybe under 30 in particular. He says, we have dreams of changing the world and that the world should take notice accordingly, but we've not proved faithful in much of anything just yet. We haven't held a steady job or raised godly kids or done our time in VBS. Can I get an amen on that one? Or in some cases, even moved off the parental dole. I love it. We want global change and expect the next Band-Aid or Habitat for Humanity chapter to just about wrap things up. Until we are content with being one of the million nameless, faceless church members and not the next globe-trotting rock star, we are not ready to be a part of the church. And maybe that's why so many Christians are getting tired of the church. We haven't learned how to be part of the crowd. We haven't learned to live with the ordinariness. Our jobs, well, listen to this. I hope this is encouraging, even though it sounds a little discouraging. Listen. Our jobs are often mundane. Our devotion times often seem like a waste. Church services are often forgettable. That's life. We drive to the same places, go through the same routines with our coworkers, buy the same groceries at the same store, and mow the same yard every spring and summer. Church is often the same too. Same doctrines, same basic order of worship, same preacher, same people. But in all the smallness and sameness, God is at work. Like the smallest seed in the garden, growing to unbelievable heights. Life is usually pretty ordinary, just like following Jesus is most days. Daily discipleship is not a new revolution each morning or an agent of global transformation every evening. It's a long obedience in the same direction. If I could just say this, and I'm speaking to people my age and younger right now, a long obedience in the same direction, I think, is one of the most beautiful phrases about what godliness looks like. Jerry said to me one time, he was pointing at a 75-year-old man in his former church. And I looked at this guy, and Jerry said to me, what I love about him, he was in his mid-70s, is that he is consistently following Jesus exactly the same all his life. Like, you know me, I'm up and down. I'm a roller coaster. Some days I'm crazy about Jesus. Some days I'm bored with him. I'm all over the place. There is something to be said about, Jesus said, put your hand to the plow and don't look back. Remember that? Find what you're good at, do it to God's glory, and work at it. And some days it's going to feel really mundane. It's not going to, the joke is, I haven't changed the world yet. How long have you been doing your job? About 8 months. Okay, let's give it some time.